Happy Thursday. I hope you're having a great day. It's Thrifty Thursday here, and I have a thrift store haul to share with you. We are also going to do a fun little makeover. We're going to make over a cute little hen that I got at the thrift store a while back, and we're going to use it as an Easter thing. And although it could be something you could use all year round. But anyways, it's going to be super cute. So when you hop on and say, hey, let me know you're watching. Mom and I took an impromptu trip to Anything Goes Trading Company on Saturdays. So I've been going to Anything Goes Trading Company for really as long as the Celebration Company has been a thing. Okay, I've been talking about it as long as I have been in business. And it is one of our favorite places. It is truly, it holds a very, very special place in our heart. And they are closing. And so my husband, we know that we need to go, and we still probably are going to take another trip. But my husband travels for work, and he had a job to do that was very close to Anything Goes on Saturday, and asked if I wanted to go with him to a job that he had to do on Saturday. And so at the very last minute, we decided to travel to Paducah Saturday morning. We left here at 7 a.m. and we got to Anything Goes after Andrew completed his job and everything. We got there about 1 o'clock. Mom and I just spent a couple of hours, and then we grabbed a coffee from etc. and headed home. And it was a wonderful couple of hours spent in Paducah, one of my favorite towns in Kentucky. And so I grabbed a few things. I did not get a lot. My total was probably around $25. The entire store is 60% off right now. So if you haven't yet been, if you haven't yet gotten an opportunity to go to Anything Goes and you have been wanting to, now is your chance. You must go. You must make it a priority because they are closing very soon. They haven't announced their date yet, but so we don't know when. I just know it's going to be soon. Okay, so definitely want to put that on your list. All right, let's see who we've got joining me today. Hey, Dorothy. Hello, Carol. Hi, Lori. Happy Thursday. Hey, Jennifer. Me too. I'm so glad you got to go too. Hey, Adriana. Hey, Amanda. Hi, Dale. Hi, Jezelyn. Hey, Pam. Hey, Rhonda. Good afternoon, Norma. Hey, Laura and Carol. Hey, Jenny. Hi, Betty. Doing well. Happy anniversary, Dale. Hi, Chrissy. Hello, April. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Trish. Good to see you. I know, wasn't it so sweet of him? Hey, Glenda. Hi, Marcia. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Gloria. Hi, Lynn. Hello, Deborah. Hey, Donna and Jean and Gina and Larissa and Sandy. Hi, Stacy. Hey, Susan. Hello, Irene. I know, y'all. He called me on Thursday, I think it was. Nope. I think it was Friday. It was Friday. Yeah, he called me on Friday, and he's like, do you have any plans? Do we have any plans this weekend? And I was like, I don't think that we do. He's like, okay. And that was it. And then he called me back. I was wondering, would you want to go to Anything Goes on Saturday? And I was like, excuse me? Would I want to? That's a dumb question. Of course I would want to. Yes. And he's like, well, it's not set in stone, but I'm like, wait a minute. You cannot just ask me if I want to go and then be like, well, I don't know, we might go. No. We're going now. So anyways, he told me that he had a job to do, a short job that wouldn't take very long. And it was close to that area, and asked if I wanted to go. So Mom joined us, and we drove down and had the day. We went and ate barbecue and got one of our favorite coffees and spent a couple of hours at Anything Goes Trading Company. The lady who owned Anything Goes Trading Company, she passed away last year. And I mean, y'all, this lady was just so sweet and precious and wonderful. And she always made us feel at home every single time we went into the store, because most of the time we would just kind of take over. We were there for like a whole day. And sometimes we came and we were there for 2 days. And so we would go and we would hang out all morning long. We'd go and we'd get lunch and we'd come back and we'd hang out for the rest of the time until they closed. And we'd spend a lot of money as well. But anyways, and so really sad. Basically, after she passed away, the families decided that they don't want to continue to run it. So they are slowly getting rid of inventory. But y'all, we went on Saturday, 60% off. It's been 60% off for a little while. And there is still a ton of inventory, some really great things to be had. No one would know just by looking at the store on the inside that they were closing. Aside from the signs, if they didn't have the signs, you never know. There was still that much stuff in this store. So anyways, I got 60% off of everything that I got. So let me show you what I found, okay? All right. So the first thing I found was this little pitcher, this little stoneware pitcher. It was $9 regular price, and then 60% off of that. So y'all do the math, because I'm not very great with math. I guess it was around $3 or so. Look how cute that is. Isn't it precious? I just love it. Y'all know I love this kind of brown stoneware type stuff. This is the same kind of stuff that we kind of mimicked our little hen and a nest over. So anyways, super cute. I also found I haven't tried that one, Jennifer. I haven't tried that one. We tried a lot of them though. We tried a lot of restaurants down there. Then I found this bowl. Y'all, one of these days, I would love to have a kitchen where I could have stuff like this displayed and be able to use it as my kitchenware. Right now, I don't really have space for it, but I would love to have space where I could use something like this for my regular mixing bowls and all of that stuff. This was marked $20, so I got it for $12 because it was 60% off. Is that right? No, that's not right. $8. $8 is right. Correct? Because 50 would be 10. Yeah, I think so. $8. Look how pretty that is. I love stuff like this. I don't know why. I think it's because it reminds me of my grandmother. Oh, fun. Have fun, Dale. Be careful. Okay. Then I looked at these the last time I was there and I didn't get them. So I got them this time. They still had them. And it is these salt and pepper shakers that I can use for my patriotic decor. So I'm just going to clean them up. They're just a little dirty. I'm going to clean them up. And look how cute they are. I think they're just adorable. And so they're going to be really cute with my patriotic decor. So they were $10 regular price. So I got them for $4. So I just think they're super cute. Okay. Like I said, y'all, I didn't get a lot. Okay. So I got those 3 items and then I got 2 lamps. I wish I had bought another lamp. Y'all have seen the green lamp that I've got upstairs in my living room. I got from Anything Goes the last time I was there for $20, I think it was. Well, I found the pair. I found the other one. I don't know if it was there when I shopped last, or if or if it's new. But I found the other one, and I wish I had bought it, but I didn't buy it. Because I thought to myself, I really like, so in my living room, I've got that one. And then I also have a cream colored porcelain lamp. And I like the difference. I like it to not be matching. And so I was like, well, I don't know what I would need the green one for. And then I happened to think, those green ones would be really pretty in my bedroom. So I don't know. I'm starting a collection of lamps, I suppose. But I did buy these two. They were $5 a piece. Both of these were outside. So we'll need to rewire both of them, which I will not attempt again without the help of my husband. But this is the first one I got. So I got this brown one. So again, with the, I don't know, I'm into brown lately. I like the brown stuff. And so I grabbed this. Of course, all of this is rusted out and the cord is cut. So it's definitely not usable. Also, it was sitting outside. So it just needs to be rewired. And we'll put a new hook, what is this called? A harp on here. And then I'll buy a lampshade from At Home. If you've ever needed to buy lampshades and you have an At Home, that's the best place to buy a lampshade. They have the best prices, and I will probably buy one just like the ones that I have already upstairs. They're kind of a rattan kind of a look, and I love them. So, but who knows? But anyway, so I'll buy that. Ginger jar style. And then I got this one, which I just thought was really cool and unique. It needs to be cleaned up in a major way. But I just really liked the look of it. And it's this one right here. And it looks kind of like a crock in a way. And it's got a blue speckle on it. Can y'all see that? So, of course, it's been sitting outside. It's dirty. It's got bird poop on it. It needs to be cleaned up. But we can rewire this. It may work as it is. I don't know, but I'm probably going to rewire it anyways, just to be safe. And then we'll buy a lampshade from At Home to put on it. And so some combination of lamps, two's going to go into my bedroom, but I don't know which two, but two are going to go into my bedroom. So, anyways, cute, right? I think they're adorable. Okay, so $5 a piece. You just can't beat that. I mean, lamps are expensive, y'all. If you buy a brand new lamp, even if you buy a lamp that's discounted, you're still going to spend at least $60 on it. They're just expensive. It does kind of look like a milk can. Isn't it cute? Oh, fun, Christy. I know, Kay. Oh my goodness. I love it. I wish that I wish that I've always liked it, because my grandmother kept a lot of this, loved this type of stuff. Like this is the type of stuff that she loved. And when she passed away, I was newly married, and I was into new stuff. I mean, I was young. I was 20 when I got married. And I was I think I was 21 when my granny passed. And so when we went through and got rid of things, I didn't want it. And now I do. Thankfully, there's still been some things, because my papa is still around. There's still been some things that I've been able to get and use. And so I've got a lot of different things from her that I love. But I'm sure I have no idea what we got rid of that I wish I would have kept. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Okay. The color, I know, Carol. Matches my picture. Yes, it does. This one, I know. They both match, really. I just love that little picture. I think it's adorable. Okay, so this little guy I picked up at Goodwill, a while back for $2.99. And I have got 3 wooden Easter eggs and some Excelsior, and we're going to turn this into something super cute, okay? So we're going to start by painting our little roost, or this is a hen, right? Or is this a rooster? I never know. I don't have chickens. I don't really know, but y'all tell me, is this a hen or is this a female or a male? I think it's a female, right? All right, I'm going to grab some white. We're going to paint this. I know, Jane. Right? I know, Kathy. Exactly, Christy. Exactly. It kills me. Okay. So I'm going to use warm white. And we're going to give this several coats of paint. Christy says she thinks it's male, but not sure. Christy says hen. Well, guess what? It's going to be a hen today. How about that? We'll just, since we don't know, we're going to make it a hen, okay? Because it's going to have eggs. All right. I decided to do some gloves in order to keep my hands from getting filthy dirty. Does anybody have any Valentine's Day plans? Y'all, Valentine's Day is this weekend. I am so excited because I share this with y'all every year, but Andrew and I like to alternate years on Valentine's Day. So what that means is, and we do this with holidays in general. And what that means is that when it's my year, then I have to plan. I can't remember which way it is, but anyways, this year Andrew plans Valentine's Day, and he plans Valentine's Day with me in mind. And so then next year I'll plan Valentine's Day, and I plan it with him in mind. And so this year is about me, and so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to spending some time with my hubby. How fun, Kathy. All right, so we've got one coat on here. Let's try this. What's Bahama Breeze, Bridget? Painting class. That sounds fun. Uh-oh, shoot fire. Shoot fire. Y'all know what that means? There's some crud inside, and I just blew it all over my wet paint. We don't want that. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully it all came out that time, because otherwise it's about to come out again. Oh, really, Nancy? let me tell you, I love Valentine's Day mostly because I love any excuse to celebrate. Y'all know that. And I love any excuse to get to spend quality time with my family or with my husband. And so I will always fight for Valentine's Day because that means I get quality time. And that's important to me. And so it's nice. You don't need it in order to, um, you know, do for your loved one. But sometimes we need that reminder. Sometimes we just need a reminder. And Valentine's Day is that reminder. It's that time that it kind of forces you to do for your spouse or your loved one. And so I love that about it. We're taking Griffin out tomorrow night, and we're going to spoil him. And it's just special. And I love making holidays special and having an opportunity to spend time with my family and my boys. But that's one reason why Andrew and I started this whole alternating thing, because he was never real crazy about Valentine's Day. And because it tends to be one-sided a lot with Valentine's Day. The men have to plan it, and the women get to just come along and, buy something for their spouse or whatever. But the men plan it and all of that. And so that's why we started doing this. That way, it's fair and it's equal. Sounds fun, Bridget. Oh, yes, Maury. All right, so I think we'll need to do at least 3 coats. I still see a lot underneath. That sounds like fun, Sherry. What is Chrome and Ice, though? Is that a restaurant? All right, let's get a 3rd coat on here. See if this is going to cover. We may still need a 4th coat. We'll see. You could spray paint this as well. That would be a little easier, but can't really spray paint it here in my craft room. Oh, fun. That sounds fun, Sherry. Do you put on ice skates too when you go? Y'all, I love to ice skate. I haven't ice skated in years. Andrew and I went when we were dating at some point, and I'll never go back with my husband ever again because he is horrible. And he fell and fell and fell, and at this point, I just can't. I don't trust him at all because he's going to fall and hurt himself. Oh, that's sweet, Nancy. That's good that was enough for you. I love that. Some of us have to be reassured more often. Marsha, he has planned a lot of it. We gave him an option. So I think that he's made a decision. At first, he said he wanted cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. And we were like, is that where you want to eat too? Or if you want to, we can just get cheesecake there. And he goes, okay, let's do that. And so then we were trying to decide where we want to eat at. And he's like, I want to go somewhere nicer. And so we were just talking about, different places. Well, he ended up deciding for Goodfellas Pizza and Crank and Boom Ice Cream. If you've been to CIB, you've had Goodfellas Pizza and Crank and Boom Ice Cream, so you know. And actually, if you were at the first CIB, Crank and Boom Ice Cream and Goodfellas Pizza is right there in that same area as where we had our first CIB. So anyways, I think that's what the final decision was that he wanted. He wanted Goodfellas Pizza and Crank and Boom Ice Cream. Goodfellas Pizza is delicious, and it is huge pieces of pizza. Laura says yummy. She's had it. Huge pieces of pizza, y'all. These pizzas are like this. I mean, they're huge. One slice is this long. Not even kidding. And then the breadsticks are as long as my arm. So you get like one piece of pizza is all that you need. And like a half a breadstick. And anyways, and so then there's Crank and Boom Ice Cream. They're both Lexington or Kentucky staples. And so that's, I think, what we're going to do. And that's what he chose. All right, I think this coat looks good. I think this is going to be the last one. Looks really good. I'm liking this. Christy, it's in the works. It is in the works. I will. Everything's dropped something. I will tell you, we are planning one, but it will not be this year. Right, I just want to get this good and dry, and then we're going to paint it with triple thick. And we're going to give it that glossy ceramic look. It's really pretty just like this, and there's a lot you could do with it like this. But we're going to take it another step by using triple thick. Okay. I think it's good and dry. Okay. So, let me set that stuff aside. Let me grab my triple thick. So this is available on the website. I don't know if it says it's out of stock or not, but we just restocked. Oh, good. I know, Christy. Yes, I'm serious. If everything works out, that's the plan. So this is triple thick. We use this around here all the time. We love it. And I'm going to show you how amazing it is, okay? It's really incredible what it does. Let me find a brush. I want to make sure I have a good, clean brush so I don't get any color, especially since I'm doing white. Hey, Nancy. Linda, CIB is Celebration in the Bluegrass. And we've done it twice, and only twice. We haven't done it in the last 2 years. And it's just a crafting event where y'all can come, y'all can meet us, we hang out, we eat, we craft, all the fun things. Okay, so we are going to do a generous coat of triple thick on here. And you could do multiple coats of this. I'm probably just going to do one for today. But I put it on fairly thick. It's going to make this look like ceramic or like glass. Yes, Laura, and eat. Definitely, and eat. Alright, so you just want to make sure, get everything covered. And then I'm going to let this dry. Had a little bit there that was wet with paint. Thought I had it really good and dry. Okay. That looks good. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Okay. Let me dry this a little bit, and then I'm just going to set it aside and let it dry, finish drying on its own while we work on our eggs. It's beautiful. I love it. Yay, Evelyn. I know. I'm so glad that you were able to come to both. I hope that you can come to the next one. All right, so I'm going to let this finish drying, but I'm going to show you what it looks like so you can kind of get an idea of triple thick so you can see how shiny that is. Martha, I did not use chalk paint. This was already pretty dull, and so I felt like the chalk paint wasn't needed. So I just used my regular Deco Art warm white, and then we used the triple thick over top. So I did like 4 coats of the warm white. It stuck just fine, but it needed several coats in order to cover because I was doing it in white. Okay, so now we're going to do our eggs. Okay, so I've got 3 little wooden eggs here, and I'm going to glue them onto some dowel rods just to make it easier for me to paint them. Then we'll just pop them off of the dowel rods. How many coats did we receive? How many coats? How many bottles? 24. So I'm just gluing a dowel rod to the back or to the bottom of these. Little eggs. These are just some wooden eggs. I don't really know where they came from. Thank you, Evelyn. Teresa, I'm sorry to hear that. We haven't picked a date yet, but we just know it's not going to be this year. Okay. I'm also going to grab something that I can sit these in after I've painted them. Okay. Let me see what I can find. Okay, this will probably work. All right. So we're going to mix a color. We're going to mix a sort of an egg color of a farmhouse egg. We're going to be putting farmhouse eggs in this. So I'm going to take two colors that I have in my stash. This one's called Honey Brown. And they're both Deco Art colors. That one's got some nasties in it. And then this one's Fawn. And I'm going to mix the two together. Let's see if this looks like a farm egg. I think it's pretty close. I'm going to go with it. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, we're going to paint our eggs real quick. Thank you, Glenda. Shouldn't take much because these are already similar in color to a farm egg. So I think one coat's going to work. Okay. Thank you, Teresa. Last one. All right, let me dry them. Okay. Then we're going to do some speckles. Thank you, Glenda. You're so sweet. We're going to do some speckles on these eggs to make them look more realistic. So I'm going to use my splatter brush. These have not come back in yet, but we are planning to restock them. So just bear with us. Keep your eyes out. They haven't come in yet, but we are restocking them. So let's see. I'm trying to decide. I think I'm just going to get a paper towel, which looks like I have one half. Thank you, Christy. Yay, Bridget, I am so glad. All right, and I'm going to make sure to move my little pin out of the way because I don't want it to get splatter on it. But look how cute it turned out. Isn't it beautiful? So we're going to move him out of the way. Okay, and I'm going to take raw umber. I'm just going to put some raw umber on paper towel. And I'm going to take my splatter brush, just put it into the raw umber, and then I just take like this and just splatter right onto the egg. Then I'm just going to rotate it, splatter some more until it's splattered to my liking. And then we've got a cute little speckled farmhouse egg. And we'll repeat the process on the others. Okay, last one. Okay, there we go. Eggs are done. That was easy. All right, y'all. We can put this thing together now. So I'm going to grab my little hen, and I'm going to put a little bit of something in the bottom, a little styrofoam or something in the bottom. Let me find something that I can use. Just a second. Okay. I think this little scrap piece will work. So I'm just going to cut a piece to put in the bottom just to take up some space. See if I can get this in here. There we go. Okay, I think that'll work. Then I'm going to take some Excelsior. You could also use Spanish moss here, but I like the Excelsior better. And it's going to sit right here on top of that foam. Just like that. So I'm going to just add some hot glue right on top of the styrofoam. Right like that. Look how cute that is already. Alright, I might want a little bit more right here to just cover a little bit more. So I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue. Okay, let's take our eggs. We'll just pop them off of the sticks. Remove the hot glue. And then these are just going to go right on top here. And I'm just trying to decide. I think that we will, they have a hole in the bottom. I don't know if I can get something. Probably can't, especially now that I've put hot glue. All right, so we'll just glue them in. So I'm just going to add hot glue right on the bottom. And glue these little eggs in. Last one, I want to lay down just a little bit so it's not so perfect. And then we'll take a little bit more Excelsior and we'll fill in just a little bit in places. Okay, that need a little filling in. Thank you, Carol. So that there's excelsior around the eggs as well. Just kind of press it in there. I'm just taking just a little bit and kind of breaking it up, sticking it up underneath, in between, in all the cracks. That is adorable. So then I'm just going to take a little, some scissors and just trim a little bit of this so it's not so wacko. I'm going crazy everywhere. And it's done. Look how cute that turned out. That's so adorable. From outdated to updated and absolutely adorable. I mean, I know, isn't that cute, Christy? It's called Triple Thick. It's this right here. We just restocked it on the website. We did one coat of the Triple Thick on here, and it made it look like that. So it now looks like, it is ceramic, but it wasn't painted to look ceramic before. So now it looks like a white ceramic hen with the cute little eggs. I just love how this turned out. I think this turned out so cute and adorable. I love it. Y'all, keep your imagination open when you see things at thrift stores, especially if it's something that you like. I do like hens and roosters. I don't have a collection of them or anything like that, but I do like little things like this. And so I've had this in my collection for a little while, and it's just been waiting for the right time. And that's what you have. Sometimes it'll just click. And today I was like, you know what? This would look so cute with some eggs in it. And I don't know why that never dawned on me before. But it dawned on me today. And so I decided, you know what? It needs to be white. And I just love how that turned out. So, all right, y'all. Thanks so much for joining me today. Linda, I am not sure, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if it comes in bigger bottles or not. We only have the small bottle. I'll tell you that. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful evening.